Okay, I have a job to do today, and that job consists of fixing that tire. I got another flat tire on my little Toyota truck, little 98 Toyota truck. This truck used to be my father's, and when he passed away, I got the truck, and glad to have it. My dad took very good care of this truck when he had it, and I do my best to take very good care of it as well. And I put brand new tires on it here just, I don't know, maybe about a year ago. And 2 weeks ago, I had a flat tire on the front. It had a nail in it. And then now here I am 2 weeks later, and I have a flat tire on this one, and it has a screw in it. And it's kind of hard to see, but I did actually find it the other day, and it's kind of sticking up in that corner. I'm going to take this tire off, and so that I can look all the way around it to make sure that I don't have any more in there. So I'm not really sure. It could be that the same time that I picked up the nail in that one, it could very well be that I picked up the screw in this one. Maybe I just ran over a bunch of hardware or something like that. I don't know. And that, it's just gotten to a point now where it finally went flat. Or it could just be that I'm driving through an area where I keep picking up some hardware. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so that's my project. I got a couple things to do today, but I want to get this one done early, just simply because of the fact that here in Georgia right now, second week of September, it is just brutally hot. We have broken 3 temperature records this week alone, and 99, 101, and then 99 again on another day. And so it's good to get out here early and get your stuff done that you're going to be doing outside, because it just gets so hot in the afternoon. In fact, it's not even noon yet, and it's already 92 degrees out. So I want to get out here and get this done. So I'm going to take this tire off. I'm going to look it over real good, get that screw out, and I'm going to put a plug in it, and I'm going to see if I can get that to work. Hopefully the damage on the tire isn't too bad from that screw, and just a simple plug will work. So let's get my little truck up and running. Okay, so there is my problem right there. I've looked this thing over pretty good. I don't see any other areas, so I took in a big, this looks like a Torx type screw in there, Definitely kind of a specialized fastener. So wherever I was, they were using a weird fastener for something. All right, and I looked it over pretty good, and I don't see anything else. So I think that was it. All right, so now the deal is you got to pull that out of there. So usually take a pair of dikes or a screwdriver or a pair of pliers or just whatever you can to get it out of there. You want to mark it real well so you don't lose track of where it is. And then hopefully it didn't create too big of an issue where I should be able to put a plug in it. So let's get that fastener out of there and see if a plug will work to fix this. Okay, got it. It was fighting me. I took out a big chunk with it. Alright, so that's what I picked up. Okay, so now I'm going to mark this spot. Of course, it's pretty obvious where it is. But now I'm going to clean that hole out a little bit, and I'm going to see if a plug will work in there. It doesn't look like it did a tremendous amount of damage. It wasn't that big of a hole. So let's see if I can, let's see if that'll work. Now, of course, I know right where this hole is because I just pulled it out and it's just kind of sitting there. But a good idea is to mark it. That way you don't lose track of where the hole is. And now I'm going to clean it out with kind of a file, and then we'll see if I can get a plug in there. Alright, and so what you can use is one of these kits. You can pick these up anywhere. I'm not sure where I got this, but you can get them at automotive parts stores. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them online. And this is just a basic kit. Some of them are pretty big. And you can also get them kind of based on what you think you're going to be using them for. And so I only get the kits that are, you know, primarily for automotive tires, motorcycles, that kind of thing. But anyway, basic things that I will need out of this kit right now are these two tools. The first one being a file, which I'm going to stick down in that hole, and I'm going to clean that hole out real good and make it nice and smooth. The next one is this gripper tool. This is where I will take this plug material, which is just basically a sticky rubber, and I will run that through this groove. I'll shove it down in there, give it a little twist, and pull it back out. And hopefully what that will do is it'll seal that hole. I'll cut off any excess, and hopefully it'll create a good seal. And no bigger than that hole is, that should work okay. Alright, so let's do that. So you're going to run this thing down in there. I think it was kind of going in this direction, so just find the original direction of the hole, and what you're doing is running this down in there, clean it out, pull it back out again, and all you're doing is really using this file on here to kind of clean this hole out a little bit. Make it nice and smooth. You don't want any knobbies in that hole, because what will happen is you might very well get the plug to go down in there, but you have a little knobby that's not completely sealing the hole, and then you'll continue to have a slow leak. So what this thing is doing is just cleaning all that off of there. And making the hole nice and smooth. And you can see some little pieces have kind of come out with it. And that's what you're trying to clean up. Tire plugs 101. Alright, that's what you want. You want it going down in there nice and smooth. Coming out nice and smooth. And hopefully that'll do it. Now what I'm going to do is take some of this sticky stuff in here, which is just basically rubber. Peel a piece of that off of there. Like that. If you keep this plastic over it, these things will last a pretty good long time. So, just kind of take that thing, roll it around a little bit. I just kind of feed it through this slot, like this. Pull it through till it's about equal on both sides, like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shove this down in that hole. To fill up that hole. Get it down in there a little bit further. It's kind of a soft tire, so it's not holding up for me very well. All right, that's what we wanted. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries, but so we shove that all the way down in there. I've got a big tab of that that's down on the inside of the tire now. Hopefully it's sealing that hole very well. And now what I'll do is I'll clip off this excess, and hopefully we have a good seal. Let's take this extra. Clip it off there. Here we go. Alright. We will see. We will see. Alright, let's put some air on it and see if it holds air. All right, so I've got air in this thing now, and so now I'm going to put a leak detector on there and see if I am getting any bubbles. So leak detector, better known as dishwashing soap. And if I've had any air coming out of there, then I should see bubbles. Bubbles! We don't want to see bubbles. Make sure we put plenty on there. And I don't see bubbles. Alright, so that plug is holding. So now it's just going to be a matter of putting it back on the vehicle, driving it around, and see if it holds. But for right now, in just the static position, it seems to be holding just fine. Alright, good deal. Let's put it back on. All right, we got that plug in there, we got the tire back on, and let's take it up the road, put some rotations on that plug, heat it up a little bit, and let's make sure that that plug is going to hold. So let's get it up the road. Okay, we got that tire fixed, and hopefully it'll hold the pressure. And you know, we'll see. I'll drive it around a little bit more and see if I got it. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to show you is this tire tool, this tire pressure tool that I got several years ago. This thing is made by PCL Air Technologies out of Sheffield, England. Don't know that I'm actually getting in there close enough for you to see that, but hopefully I am. Anyway, these things are great. I got this off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. But they're great because all you have to do is plug it into the valve stem. It will immediately show you the current air pressure, and then all you have to do is just add pressure to it, release, and then look at your gauge. So you don't have to take the chuck off and then put a air pressure tool on there. You can do it all with this one air tool. It's nice. It's heavy duty, so you can put it on high pressure tires, tractor tires, Super Duty trucks, that kind of stuff, which obviously have higher pressure ratings on their tires. And it's great. It's just a nice heavy duty tool. I have had this for years, and the thing has worked great. So would highly recommend one of these. Like I said, I'll put that in the description. And then the other thing is, I showed you the plug kit a little while ago. Just pick one of these up. They're great to have. Putting a plug in a tire is not that hard. That plug took me, every bit of maybe 20 minutes. It wasn't even really, trying that hard to get it done. I'm not going to be a recruit on a NASCAR pit crew anytime soon, but it's, you've got a vehicle that's sitting in the garage or the driveway that's got a flat tire on it. Your option is you got to jack the vehicle up, you got to take the tire off, and then you have to take it to a repair shop. Or if you've already gone through all that effort, just do it yourself, because primarily, unless you're going to replace the tire, they're just going to put a plug in it like this kit here anyway. And you can see that I have a couple of them here with all the tires that we have around here on various things, the side-by-sides, the golf cart, trucks, tractors, good God, lawnmowers, the little wagons that we pull behind stuff, trailers. I should count up the amount of tires that I have around here one day. It would probably be really surprising. But anyway, these kits are easy. Just pick them up at a auto parts store. And this tool right here is great to have, and it makes things a lot easier when it comes to tire repairs. All right, so that job is done. Glad to have that fixed. Hopefully it will hold, and I'm sure I have something else to do. On to the next job.